Remy. I'm one of the city councilors here in town. Mayor Khan asked me to come speak and say some thank yous on his behalf of the city for everybody that came out to make this a great event. Just to check, can you guys hear me back there? All right, cool. So I want to say thank you. I'm sorry for the notes. I'm trying to carry for somebody else here, but thank you for bringing this 30th anniversary together for all of us. It's been a great event. So many people out. So fun to see the parade here yesterday. How many people really came out to support such a cool event? I want to give a special thanks to Brandy Wallace and BW Enterprises, Happy Bergstrom, Susan McNeil, Ted McClure, and Tim Pitt for really bringing this whole event together. We give them a round of applause. And I know there's a lot of other places, a lot of other businesses that were involved, and I really want to thank everybody who supported that. I also want to thank our special guests who came out to support the event 30 years later. We have Dow Griffith, Bradley Pierce, and Dan Sisson who came out to support the event. Thank you. Thank you. Next, I want to thank the Historical Society. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, there is a part of the Angus Parrish statue that was right here that's on display at the Historical Society. And for the caretakers who took care of that for the last, well, some portion of the last 30 years, Keith and Crystal Rose. So thank you for taking care of that cool piece of history for us. And getting to the end here, I'll keep my part brief, and then we have a couple speakers. The organizers asked me to thank the city staff and all the support that they got from fire, police, public works, the offices here to have such a successful event. These events don't work without those folks getting involved and helping out. So thank you to those groups. And they threw in and thank you for the patience. That was a good comma on there of that. And then really thank you to all of you for coming out and all the folks who were here yesterday to make this such a successful event. Without folks coming out, these events don't happen. So I'm glad the community comes out to support and enjoy it. These events are a lot of fun, and they're more fun the more people want to come about. We did get some good weather though. A little breeze would be nice. But with that, I do want to hand it over to Hal Brown, who is a retired Keene Police Captain and former medical examiner. So he's going to give a quick speech here.
That's okay, we can do a couple of them. Let me go on the line. Okay.
I think last time I spoke up here, 20 years ago. Can't hear it? All right. I think the last time I spoke up here with the police department, I think I had a piece of paper, not a phone. So times have changed, and our officers today face tremendously different challenges than they did back then. But I want to talk a little bit about a couple of things, and first of all, I appreciate very much being invited. Thank you, Chief Stewart, and the organizers. So, as we gather here in beautiful Keene, the very heart of where Jumanji came to life 30 years ago, we celebrate a film that taught us about adventure, resilience, and the power of community. This festival is a testament to joy. Jumanji continues to spark the drum beats, the laughter, the shared memories that unite generations. Yet amid our celebration, we hold space for two irreplaceable souls connected to this film's legacy. Both Robin Williams and Officer Joe Collins embodied larger-than-life spirits. Both brought light to others, and both faced silent battles that ended far too soon. Robin wasn't just an actor in Jumanji, he was its compass. His humor disarmed us, and his humanity moved us. His kindness left an indelible mark on the city of Keene. Extras from the Stampede scene still recall him staying late to shake every hand and sharing the warmth. He treated the film set like family. But beyond his radiant smile lay an invisible battle, and in 2014 he succumbed to suicide after a harrowing fight with undiagnosed Lewy body dementia, a disease causing hallucinations, paralysis, and terror. His son Zach later shared that Robin felt frustration and despair as all treatments failed. Yet, his final years were also marked by sobriety, love, and moments of joy. So today we honor Robin Williams. As he once said, you're only given a little spark of madness and you mustn't lose it. The spark lives on here today in every drumbeat and every laugh. And while Robin guarded the story on screen, Officer Joe Collins guarded its heart off screen. As one of Keene PD's steadfast presence, Joe protected young actress Kirsten Dunst and actor Riley Pierce. And it's great to have you here, sir. Joe is remembered as a true friend, a vigilant, warm, and deeply proud of his community. His own story ended in January 2024. After decades of service, Joe died by suicide. His loss, like Robin's, and so many other first responders, military veterans, remind us that even the strongest among us can be overcome by unseen storms. The festival's mental health mural, dedicated to Robin, Joe, and another local officer lost similarly, stands as a beacon of their legacy. It calls us to remember Joe not for his final moments, or for a lifetime of service, the protector who ensured our childhood heroes felt safe as they brought magic to life. I'm so impressed that this celebration isn't just about nostalgia. Kathy Bergstrom, Susan McNeil, and other organizers have woven mental health awareness into its very fabric, supporting others fighting silent battles. If Jumanji teaches us anything, it's that the only way out, just like in the game, is through. Let's us be the village that faces darkness together. If you're struggling, speak. If you see someone in pain, listen. Let's normalize asking for help as an act of strength. And as the drum beats of Jumanji pulse through the square, let them remind us that life's game is unpredictable, but when we play it best when we lean on each other. To Robin, thank you for the laughter. To my friend and colleague Joe, thank you for your service. To Kathy, Susan, Chief Stewart, thank you for your dedication to our community and to mental health issues. And to all of you, keep rolling the dice for one another. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Captain Brown. With that, I do want to hand this over to Gina Pasquale. I hope I did okay on the last name. The Executive Director for MAPS Counseling Services here in Keene, to follow on that conversation.
So 30 years ago, I was a teenager, and my brother and I went to see Jumanji. So in the 90s, you have to imagine me instead with really long hair and looking like I just left a Nirvana concert, super ripped jeans. And my brother and I were very close in age. And I remember us going to this movie because I remember the two of us, it was the later years of high school, our futures were ahead of us. We were just so excited to grab life and just get going. And what happened in the following years led me to the path I decided to walk on, to be an advocate for mental health, to spend my career and my life focusing on how we can destigmatize the reality that so many individuals experience depression, anxiety, trauma, grief, loss. It brings us all together. So as we finished high school and we launched off to college, the two of us thicker than thieves, something shifted. My world kept opening. Opportunities arrived. I felt capable and resilient and able to navigate all the ups and downs that life throws an emerging adult. But my brother started to experience significant periods of depression. Significant enough that he had to take leaves of absence from school. And then he started hearing voices that the rest of us could not hear. He started not being able to sleep, but not needing that sleep. And his world became a very frightening, very scary, very unpredictable place. And every time I got a call in the middle of the night, I worried about what that would mean. Our lives ended completely differently. My world got bigger, his world got smaller. Our family was crushed. No one knew what to do. 30 years ago, no one knew what to do. You can maybe go to a university counseling center, but they really didn't quite know what to do about that. Maybe there were some therapists out there, but they certainly didn't talk about it as a family. What I've witnessed over the past 30 years, the reason why I've chosen to spend my life as a psychologist and stewarding MAPS counseling here in Keene and in Peterborough, is because I really believe strongly that we need to talk about this more, that the suffering happens when we are silent, that it is our job, what we can all do, each of us as individuals, is never make an assumption that you know what's happening in someone's life. When you see someone smile, do not make an assumption that that means everything is moving along smoothly in their world. People silently suffer all the time. I see it in my office all week long. I hear it from my other therapists. People can put on such a good act, such a good facade, making it seem like they're okay because they want their loved ones to not worry. They want to keep doing what they need to do in their lives. But it's silent, it's quiet, it's dark. So our job, all of us as citizens of this community, is to say hi to people. One of the worst things that people feel, especially when they are suffering, is like they no longer exist. No one can see them. So something as simple as just saying hi to people. If someone you know, kind of wonder if maybe something's going on, ask them, talk to them, offer to drive them to an appointment, offer to be there just to chat, have coffee with them. When you are suffering, because as I'm standing here looking at all of us, what I know is that, like myself, while I'm saying, yeah, I became a psychologist and I did all these things, I also was destroyed by the reality of watching my brother's brain deteriorate, watching the scary things. I experienced horrifically scary things because of it, and have carried my own traumas into my adult life. And I didn't always cope with those well. I don't know how many 18, 19, 20-year-olds are really skilled at that, and I certainly was not. And so I've had to spend my adult years figuring that out, getting help, going to see my own therapist, walking a path of recovery. It's been a very long, winding, challenging road. And on the surface, it seems like all is well in my world. So I encourage all of you who maybe are feeling like you can't quite manage to reach out for some help. There's lots of different ways. Mental health is not a one-size-fits-all service. There are many different ways to participate. You can participate online. You can go to someplace like MAPS or to some of the private practitioners in our community. If you meet a therapist and you feel like they do not understand you, please go see a different one. You'll know when you're with the right person, because it will feel like, okay, I can take a deep dive, I can dig into these dark places, I feel like they get me. Some therapists did graduate with a C and not an A. So find the ones that got the A's, find the ones who are in it for the right reasons. But I also ask all of you as community members, for the people who are existing in those dark places, you can be somebody who turns your head and ignores it and pretends it's not happening and that you have no responsibility. Or as a community, we can be the ones who hold the lanterns, who hold the flashlights, who walk into the dark spaces to remind people that they are not alone and that there is nothing so shameful it cannot be spoken out loud and you cannot get support. So everyone standing here, enjoy this absolutely beautiful day. If anybody has any questions or ideas of how we can improve mental health care within our community, the other thing I want everyone to know is that we are listening. We aren't doing it perfectly yet. We want to hear when it goes well, and we want to hear where we fail and where we let people down. So please reach out anytime. You can easily find me and many of the other mental health providers in this community. What I will say to you now is I have watched over these 30 years my brother's trajectory. And now, as we are solidly in our middle age together, he still experiences very scary times, very dark times, but I have watched the power of really responsive mental health care in his life. And I have watched the power of really significant mental health support for us as a family so that we can show up for him and for each other. And it really does make a huge difference. So please don't give up, please keep seeking, and we all will keep growing and coming together as a community. Thank you.
thank you, Hal and Gina, for those really important words. I really hope you guys can take that to heart and carry that forward with you from here today. I do want to say there's a lot more fun stuff to do today, and go out there and say hi to people and make some new friends out here. I hope you guys can enjoy it. The mural is out on the side of it's the Modest Man Brewery there in the alleyway there. There's a beautiful mural that was referenced. But again, I just want to say thank you to the organizers. Thank you to our special guests. Thank you to all of you for coming out. Thank you again to Gina and Hal for coming out and giving those important words. Have a lovely rest of your day. I am going to give the mic back to CJ to give an overview of some of the events that are remaining for the rest of the day so that you guys can keep track of what's still going on. But enjoy the beautiful weather, and thank you all for coming down.
Thank you, Councilor Remy. Right here at the Common at 1:30, we have Doug right over here who's making the balloon animals. He's going to be doing a little show at 1:30. He's dubbed the Devil Stick Man. From 1 to 2:30 over at the Shadow and Soul Emporium, you have the opportunity to have photos with our famous guests. And right here, if you haven't gotten your dice yet, we have some dice here. Feel free to grab your Jumanji dice and enjoy some dance. If you guys have a song you'd like to hear, just let me know.